Hello everybody watching the Varieties Take on YouTube. Today we're gonna be comparing two phones together. I have the first one here on the left, HTC Desire 626 is gonna be versus the LG K10. That's gonna be both in Metro PCS network and T-Mobile. So if you'd like just to know the differences and my opinion about these two phones, it may help you more when you come to buy the phone. Watch this video. First impression starts with the design. When you look up to the phone, you will see how nice it is. Maybe it's gonna make you more interested to buy the phone. We do have very beautiful phones here. The LG, very nice curvy back textures, very nice to grip. The only complaint I have, it's not really stable when you put them in hand or something. That because the back is a grip, but this actually give the phone better grip. You have no LED notification lights, unfortunately, and you have the proximity sensor. You have everything located on the back as usual with LG. You have the logo, you have the volume rockers, the power, the flash, the camera. The camera should be on the back anyways, and the speaker. Very nice design, but we have seen this one before, so not really very innovative, but it's very sleek. The back is removable and the battery is removable, and the phone looks really premium. I don't care much about how plastic it is, but in my opinion the phone looks dope. Very nice phone. Comes to the HTC, very nice, sleek design, but that HTC actually completely different design. You have the power volume rockers on one side on the right, you have the speaker on the front, and you have actually the place where you can put the memory card and the SD card, and the back is not removable, the battery is not replaceable, so if you want to remove or change, you're gonna lose the warranty and stuff like that. The camera is very flat, the back is nice glassy, it's a beautiful phone overall in general. Maybe it's fragile. You guys can watch my pending test for the HTC Desire. You guys gonna find this on the link on the description, but other than that I don't have too much complaint. The phone very stable on the table. There is black border over here, makes the phone to look bigger than it should be. So HTC, they could actually do a smaller phone for a 5-inch display. I mean, if we just put together, you will see the same size, but I have 5.3 inch and I have 5-inch. For as a design wise, as a durability wise, I would give this to the LG, but overall I don't have any problem in the design. Both are very beautiful. The hardest thing when I'm doing this comparison to judge which display is going to be better than the other one, because when you look up to the LG, you love the color, you love how clear it is, nice, everything, and especially you have the same resolution, so you have 720p on both. You have a bigger display, 5.3, and you have 5-inch display, but the brightness, the color, how the display actually has more colors, more PPI, more beautiful. What I found is the HTC, in my opinion. So HTC IPS 5-inch display, it has more color, more vividness than the LG K10. Both now in the high resolution and high brightness. Beautiful display for the K10, and that because the LG has less PPIs. You have 267 and you have 294 for the HTC, and you have 5-inch only, which is smaller with more density per pixel. You have 5.3 with less density per pixel, and the way the HTC made display, nobody can deny they do very beautiful displays. Overall, if you prefer a bigger screen, LG will be your choice. If you like to be smaller, even that phones is not smaller, you know, so the HTC will be only 5-inch display, but the colors beautiful, HD quality. I have no complaint also in both phone. The speaker on both phone I'm not impressed with, because it's not loud and it's not stereo speaker, you can tell, but in my opinion I found the LG has a better speaker little bit louder than the HTC. HTC has very good location over here, but actually they're trying to do very cheap. No high quality speaker, no stereo speaker, nothing like that in the HTC, because this is a budget HTC device. But let's gonna see together how the sound quality is gonna be. We move into the HTC. Both in the on loud volume actually, but you can tell that's the LG much louder. Battery, I'm not really impressed in battery for both phones. 2200 milliamp hour for the LG K10, and I have 2000 milliamp hour for the HTC. But now it's in compared. The LG actually give me good battery lifetime, but the battery is not big, but it's removable. You can get spare one, you can extend, etc. You can do with this, is my opinion, better. 720p HD, 4.3 720p HD, 5-inch display, so they're consuming the same power level of power. But I have Marshmallow operating system, more optimized, and I have less battery and with the Lollipop, so that should be consume more power. For people they have the HTC, they will agree with me that the HTC doesn't hold a lot of power because the battery is very small. So if you are looking for a phone to give you more battery and you are between these two phones, your option will be the LG K10 for sure. Processor performance, I will give a little bit more advantage for the LG K10. That because it has faster processor, 1.27 gigahertz and 1.1 Snapdragon chipset for two phone, Adreno 306 for GPU, so very much the same specification. But honestly, in both phones, that's actually very low score. You have 4 cores, which is a quad-core processor. It's very low, so the performance on these two phones, you guys not gonna be expecting the best. But what, it's 1.5 gigabyte of RAM in both phone as well. But what gonna make a difference for you, in my opinion, gonna be a huge difference, will be the storage in the phones. Let's gonna jump to the storage and it'll show you something. I have downloaded the same application in both phones, so technically you will see big storage. Now we have 8 gigabytes and you have 16 gigabytes. So we have used, after we have used from the 16, you have 8.80 gigabytes free, and I have used 5 gigabyte point 30 from the 8 gigabytes. So technically I have 2 gigabytes and a half left on the phone, 2.7 exactly available, and I have a lot of gigabytes over there. Same application, I have used them over here because I want to do a speed test comparison as well, so you guys subscribe for that if you want to watch this video. So technically the LG will give you twice the storage, which has helped you to get more application, games, and etc. As I mentioned before, Android Lollipop will be on the HTC, and we have the Marshmallow on the LG K10 because it's a newer phone. No updates available for the HTC. It has the HTC Sense 7 as well. It's heavy actually. You will see the phone sometimes after the pressure or play some games on the background, the phone starts struggling and lagging a little bit. The HTC, the LG more optimized because the operating system, LG UI, it had less problems. The operating system, the UI more healthy, and a big fan for LG UI. It's very light, nice, and smooth, and has a lot of nice animation you can do. I mean, HTC you can do the same thing. It looks good. You have the recent, so you can personalize your thing. If you are using certain applications or settings, you're always gonna find them over here. I'm not here to talk about the phone in depth, but there's good stuff in both phones. You have the knock on screen, which is you will miss this feature. if this is very important to you. It's not going to be here on the HTC. So both UI in my opinion, but the hardware of the HTC is not capable to handle the HTC Sense. It's more heavy than the phone itself. So for the UI perspective, I would prefer the LG phone more than the HTC. And don't forget that you have NFC in this phone, and this one doesn't have NFC as well. Let's gonna talk about the camera briefly here. 8 megapixel camera, front gonna be 5 megapixel. You have gesture shot, cool stuff, cool LG stuff. You have a flash on the back, you have a flash in the back, 8 megapixel, 2 megapixel for the front, while the LG has a better sensor over here, which is 5 megapixel camera. You don't have too much option in both camera. You have you can make the screen white, you take better picture for selfie. You have other stuff, auto, you have gestures, open your hand, make a face, take a pictures, or by voice. HTC, you have only choose the selfie panorama, so you don't have a lot of option as well. And you have only 720p HD for the front, 720p HD video for the front, and the back will be 1080p for the the HTC, I'm sorry, and the LG only 720p, which is I'm very upset with that. But overall, for photo wise, you can take a better photo in the LG more than the HTC, and this is actually in my opinion. Always is up to you what phone you're gonna pick, but in my opinion, if you pay that $40 more, I would recommend to go with the LG K10. It's a bigger screen, smaller size phone. You can put them together, you will see same size. I have bigger screen because less bezels and less bordered on the side, which is great. Better camera, 16 gigabyte of memory makes big difference for you. That will be up to you, and this was my review. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more. I'll catch you in my next one.